I called the police on my husband. I had zero clue it was him who took my car that morning. I'm in my 3rd year of med school, and I've been studying for my pharmacology exam for a month straight. The test was worth 30% of my grade, and I have a garbage immune system, so catching something on public transit right before exams would completely wreck me. My husband's car has been dead in our garage for 3 months. The transmission is shot, and fixing it costs like $2,000, which we don't have. Every month he goes on this road trip with his buddies from high school. They rotate who drives. Last month was supposed to be his turn, but he couldn't go because his car was busted. So this month he asks if he can borrow mine since he missed his turn. He said his friends were giving him crap about it in their group chat, sending memes about him being the flaky friend. I could tell it was actually getting to him, but I told him no. I explained that the bus to campus takes an hour and a half and I'd be packed in there with people coughing everywhere. He kept pushing, said he'd bring it back the same day. I said, what if I need to leave campus or get sick? He didn't have an answer. We argued for 2 days, and finally he just went quiet. I figured he accepted it. The morning of my exam, I left at 8. My car was in the driveway where I always park it. I drove to this coffee shop near campus to review my notes one more time. Sat there for 20 minutes going over drug interactions. Then I drove to the university and parked in Lot C, spot 42. The exam took 2 hours. After I finished, I stood outside with some people from my study group complaining about question 17. Then I walked back to Lot C. My spot was empty, just pavement, no car. I stood there confused, walked up and down the row thinking maybe I parked one spot over. Nope, I started panicking, checked my bag for my keys. I had them, so someone either hotwired it or something. I called my husband. It rang 4 times, then went to voicemail. I called again, same thing. My friend Nadia saw me standing there looking freaked out. She asked what was wrong and I told her my car was gone. She said I needed to call the police right now, so I did. Told them my car was stolen from the university parking lot. 2 officers showed up 20 minutes later. They asked when I last saw it. I said 8:30 this morning. They asked if anyone else had keys. I said just my husband, but he was at work. They asked if I was sure. I said yeah, he's always at work on Thursdays. They took my information and told me I needed to file a report at the station. Nadia drove me there. I sat in this waiting room for almost 4 hours, filled out forms, gave my statement. My phone was almost dead. I kept trying to call my husband, but it went to voicemail. Finally, this officer comes out and says they found my car. Says my husband was driving it and they picked him up on the highway about an hour north. I just stared at him, asked him to repeat it. He did. My husband was driving my car. The officer asked if I wanted to press charges. I said no because I couldn't process what was happening. I got a ride home and sat on the couch staring at the wall. He walked in around 7, looked mad, not embarrassed or sorry, just mad at me. I asked him what the hell he was thinking. He said he made a copy of my key a few weeks ago at the hardware store, that he tracked my location on his phone and waited until I was inside the building before he drove to the coffee shop and took the car. I lost it, told him he stole my car, that I spent 4 hours at a police station. He said calling the cops was insane, that I should have just assumed it was him. I said how was I supposed to assume that when he knew I needed it? He said he figured I wouldn't notice until after my exam and by then he'd have it back. Then he started going off about how the trip was ruined, that the police pulled him over in front of his friends, that everyone was laughing and taking videos, that one of his buddies already posted it in the group chat. He said I humiliated him. I asked if he was joking. He said I could have waited to call the police, that I didn't try hard enough to reach him first. I reminded him I called twice. He said his phone was in the cup holder and he didn't hear it because the music was loud. Then he said he was going to text me about taking the car, but forgot because he was running late to pick everyone up. He slept on the couch that night. Still hasn't apologized. Just keeps saying I made a huge deal out of nothing.